I don't know what's happening. My computer decided to, I don't know, to log itself out of everything, and I had to go through like 2-factor authentication for everything on here. So yeah, that was not fun. Massad in my pic, in my PC. Oh, in my PC, that makes sense. Yeah, probably. I mean, probably. I'm an important person in the Massad puzzle. I don't know, guys. I've been having a weird day. My brain is not okay. My brain is not okay. I was working from home today, and I wasn't really working. I was just like texting people random stuff, and I was in Discord, and I was just, yeah, not doing anything that I was supposed to be doing, which I don't know. It's I'm a person that has to keep myself on the straight and narrow, otherwise I just end up being a well, I was technically at work. Like, I was working some of the time, but I was also just like, you know, when I'm not in the office and I'm like yada yada yada, and then let's say like someone's giving me a Teams call or something like that, or I have to like Zoom with a client, like FaceTime with a client, I'm like, nope. Yeah, so it's just I don't know, just being not very well behaved today. So I don't know. I definitely was having like a going back to like my adolescent years and just being a shit. You wish very bad misfortune for teams? Yeah, it's not great. So yeah, I wasn't very well behaved. Usually I take my job very seriously and I'm like a very diligent worker, but today I was like, wee. Honestly, if I had alcohol in my house, I probably would have gotten drunk, and then that would have been bad for everybody. But oh yeah, my something in my subconscious made all of my decorating like very bi pride flag. I'm like, I'm out here repping the bisexuals with my heterosexual lifestyle and interior design. So you know what I was going for though? I was going for the night sky, like the twilight sky, like really dark purple and like a violety pink color and like a deep blue purple color. I was like, oh, it looks like the night sky. But little did I realize that's when the bis come out to play. So I know, Delta, I'm not reading too much into it. It's just a bit. It's just a joke for me now. It's just funny. Look, I will say this. I have made out with more women than I have made out with men. I will say that. Because there was a period in my life where where I don't know what I'm allowed to say on the internet, so I won't use like I'll use like the colloquial term for things that probably only Australians will understand ever. Anyway, but there was a time in my life, like I stopped partying when I was 22, but there was a time in my life probably from like age 16 to age, I want to say like 20, 21, where, you know, the pingers were flying and I don't know, a lot of women wanted to make out with me when I used to go out, and I was like, yeah, okay, like whatever. But it doesn't do anything for me. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. Sorry, ladies. It's just not. You're just not doing it for me. I'm sorry. Women are very beautiful though. It's like looking at a nice painting. It's like, wow, that's very pretty, but I don't want to fuck it, you know? Does anyone understand what I mean? It's just, you know, it's just what it is. So yeah, if I was a lesbian, well, not a lesbian, but if I was bi, like I definitely would have, you know, I would have, but I did not because, apparently I like dick. So that's where we are. That's where we are. That's what we have decided. But my bedroom decor tells even my fake bedroom. Look, even my fake bedroom, we kind of got it going on a little bit. We even got a can of VB over here in the corner. But if you're bi, is that like, do you prefer one sex to the other, or is it like equal? It's not, right? That's still like, I don't know. Who knows? We'll reassess at a later date. But as far as I remember, that was the case. Bisexual VB, it is. VB is the beer of choice for bisexuals in Victoria. That's why they're very bitter. I don't know. Victorian bitters. The Victorian bi bitters. That's what they call them. Okay. I don't know where we're going. What am I doing? I don't know. Probably that. Yes, I think so. Sorry guys, I am so tired and I've just been in the stupidest mood all day. I have just been I've just been fucking with people on the internet all day, and it's just been a time, you know? I've just been having a time. But why is Delta better at nail polish than me? That is very offensive to me. You didn't do much today and you're still tired. Yeah, I didn't do much today at all. I should have, but I just didn't. Yeah, do you like, cause whenever I put on nail polish, I think it's because I have so many baths. Well, the thing is, my nail polish application is really, really good, but it always peels off in like sheets. And I think it's because I have really, really hot baths, and I don't think I let my nail polish set properly before I like basically just steam it all off. So yeah, that's a whole thing. But I did have really nice nails last year. I did like black, and then I had like little gold like stars and moons and stuff on them. It was very cute because I have very long nails. See, that's another reason why I can't be bi. My nails are too long. Anyway, I think we scared our South African friend with our Australian sense of humor, because he thinks we're all just mad toey and trying to root each other, but we're just being Australian. Thinking we're mad gooners at this point. Well, yeah, see, the thing is, like, I know what I look like, so I know I'm fine in that category. And Hyperbovian, you've seen photos of me. Do you, even if I'm not your type, like, just give a rating. Would you say it's an 8+? Would that be your, I'm just putting numbers in his head. Would that be your, because that's usually around the ballpark I get somewhere, you know, if I'm your type, it's probably a bit more, but you know, I'm not hurting for, I'm not hurting for anyway, I need sleep. I'm just being a fuckwit today. All right. I don't know. We've got the letter O, we've got the letter V, we've got the letter A, N, E, T, and we have to use the letter C. Do I want to know the nail polish? Because you're generally shocked right now. Well, if it's a nail polish that stays on, yeah, for sure. I'm interested. Because you're a bit older, but you have a 9. I'm not a 9. The highest I've ever been given is like an 8.8. But I will take a 9, thank you. That's very kind. Look, I did at least used to be pretty enough to model in Asia. Not in Australia, but in Asia. So does that count? Yes, go me. Let's go vote. We have the word vote. Oh no, it doesn't have a C in it. I am not okay today. A lady commented your nail polish. Hang on, I have to recalibrate my chat because I can't see the entire thing. Move over, please. Can I see all of it now? Yeah, cool. You can go over here. Alright, cool. Now I can see what everyone else is saying. Some of it was cut off. Sorry, I'm fucking around with my mic. Oh, this is so tedious. I don't know. My computer just like literally logged me out of everything. Word octave? Ooh, very musical. Very musical. We do like it. Cane? Is that a word? I feel like it is. You used to get logged out of OBS once a month. You think it only lasts 30 days? Oh, maybe that's what it is. Me and Delta thought it was Mossad. Because clearly I am there. You know, I'm clearly someone important enough for them to target. I feel like they would target me. Oh, we can have ocean. Would you say that I have too much Sailor Moon in my room? A month ago, I had no Sailor Moon in my room, and now I have too much Sailor Moon in my room. I have like Sailor Moon on my keyboard, Sailor Moon on my computer. I have a Sailor Moon rug underneath this like desk because I bought it so I wouldn't scratch like the floorboards with my gaming chair. I don't know. I went from like 0. I feel like, but that's really adding to the bi vibe, right? Because Sailor Moon is like the most bisexual show in the world. Let's, you know. Vocate? We can have vacate. Ooh. It said that I don't know, it said that we suck. Oh, I just closed it. I'm so sorry, I forgot how to brain today. Forgot how to brain. But yeah, what do we think about guys that are into armpits? Because that is something someone said to me. As we established, someone said that to me. But subscribe to play the mini? Wait, why do I have to subscribe to play the mini? I thought the mini was free. Do you have to subscribe to play the mini crossword now? No way, that can't be real. That can't be real. How could they do this to me? So we can play connections. Try incognito. Yeah, maybe. It took away our crosswords from us. What a... How could they do this? How could they do this? Let's sigh. What's everybody's favorite band while we're here? What is your favorite band? Comment in chat. I don't know. I guess we're playing connections. Why would it take away the crossword? I would get if I was trying to play the big crossword, because like you've always had to subscribe for that. I just keep on clicking on it like it was a mistake and it's going to let me if I just keep on clicking on it. What? Was anybody else here obsessed with the movie The Room and like all the weird little remixes in it? It's fucked the whole stream. It has. I should sue them. I should be like, I make 25 cents a night on Twitch and you took that away from me. So you better. LA Times mini crossword. Yeah. But at LA Times gonna be, I feel like they're like the bimbos of America. I feel like the New York Times are like, oh, new daily buzzword quiz crossword. Oh, let's do an Australian one. Let's do a Los Angeles one and a But anyway, whenever I'm like, how could you do this to me? There's like there's a remix of like The Room and it goes, how could you do this to me? Anyway, that's what I get in my head because I have problems and there's a Harold Sun one. No, he's gonna try and indoctrinate me. Cardiac readout for short. ECG, I think. Not in a million years. Yeah, all the words are probably slurs. They probably are. And if you say Pauline Hanson 3 times and clap your hands, then you get a prize. You win the crossword. That's how it works. Put up as a skyscraper. Built? I don't know. This is the paper that printed the N-word. Chicks that can do pull-ups. Yeah, I can do a pull-up. I can do pull-ups. Is that why my armpits are hot? You like Daft Punk, so you like French robots. French robot men. I mean, somebody has to, so it's understandable. Austro-German poet Rainer Maria Vanderpoop. You like all genres, guy? Yeah, but you must have like one album by one band that you're like, this is the best shit ever. And I love it, and it changed my life. Strangely chilling. Burst with pride. Tropical lizard, a gecko? Gecko. Bookworm, stereotypically. I don't know, a nerd? Nerd. Numbered roads. Are they highways? Are they... I don't know. You like a lot of songs, but you don't know who the bands are because radio never says who they are. Okay, fair enough. Not in a million years. Never? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Put up as a skyscraper. Okay, the answer to this is erect, but it's not my fault. If a defect is lurking, it's not my fault that the answer is erect, okay? And I'm not a sicko, and I'm not perverted, and I'm not hard up, okay? It's just the answer. Because you mentioned The Cure, you looked up a couple and you're like, oh, that's who it is. Yeah, The Cure are a very diverse band because they have like a lot of happy songs that people know, like Friday I'm in Love and like Love Cats and all of that. And then they have like songs that are like the saddest songs ever. And they have like, yeah, just like dark wave songs and stuff like that. It's a very versatile, very versatile. Cura tops. Yeah, of course they are. Island near Mykonos. Okay, we're thinking about Greek islands. I feel like there's some Melbourne people in the chat. They should know. You just need to look up more random bands. Well, if you like The Cure, I can recommend a lot of bands that you might like. I can recommend a lot. But I mainly listen to music from the 80s and 90s because that's just what I like. And my brothers both used to pay me out growing up. And now they're like, thank you for showing. Now whenever they make like a sucky uppy birthday post to me, they're always like, thank you for teaching me good music. And I'm like, yeah, you say that now, you little assholes. All I got from them was like so much shit growing up. Because I had a good taste in music and I was, you know, yeah, exactly. But now that they want to bang goth girls, which by the way is weird because your sister was goth. And yeah, I'm not even going to go into whatever Freudian shit might be going on there. Disgusting. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. I don't know why I said that. Strangely chilling. Eerie? Could be an IE eerie, right? Bursting with pride. Okay, well that... I thought this was called an echocardiograph. Cardiac readout for short. I thought that was an ECG. You guys, if anything lately, you've been listening to a few Bowie songs non-stop? Yeah, Bowie's got some really, really, really good songs. And he's got them across every era as well. And like every genre. So it's pretty good. Numbered roads. Mykonos is the Cyclades. It's the Os Islands. Is there one called Dekos? Dekos. I'll deck ya. I'll deck ya, cuz. That feels like something someone would say. Demos. I mean, if there's an island called that, sure. Strangely... But, oh no, burst with pride. Okay, I think we decided that was eerie, didn't we? Maybe this is ECG. I still feel like cardiac readout for short. I think that's like an echocardiograph. I swear it's an ECG. I swear it is. Then I just don't know what this is. Guessing there's a Delos or Dinos or something? It could be. I don't know without cheating. I like know islands like Crete and stuff where like if there's like a Minotaur on there or something, then I will be like, yeah, cool. Let's go. Austro-German poet. Like, I know that. Do you think I'm that cultured? No, I'm not. How rude. Burst with pride. Numbered roads. I don't know. This is making your head hurt. Yeah, same. Let's try the Australian one. Maybe we will get it because we're Australian. Where was it? Where were we, Hyperbovian? The new daily. As long as it's not the new Daily Stormer. Is this the new Daily Stormer? No. It's not. It's not. I was just making a really bad joke. I think the Daily Stormer is it got taken off the internet when like Trump got his first presidency, right? It was just educated. It's not. It's still there. I don't remember. Oh no, it got all its payments cut. That's what it was. It didn't get taken off the internet, but it got like its payment processes. But I remember they were calling all the stuff that they were saying about Lauren Southern actually turned out to be true. It's pretty funny. City growth, urban, quivered. Ooh. Taken by thief, stolen. STOLEN. Restore to office. Re-elect. Re-elect. Incumbent. Oh, the Christchurch guy. God, that was... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Help me, I'm dumb. Somebody help me, I'm dumb. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Please. Help me. What is happening? Genetic mix. You only know that because you read a book about it. Yeah, you sound like you would be a good person to be friends with and borrow books from. I have a lot of books, but they're all in boxes. But they're like mainly not about anything that's happened in the last 20 years. I like to read like historical stuff. Ice dancers, skaters, skit. Lagers, beers. I feel like an Australian should get that. Educated. City growth, urban. You forgot to take a photo of your encyclopedias. Oh, I really want something. I really want a set of encyclopedias. I really want a set. You have leather bound ones. Sprawl. Ooh, sprawl. Quivered. That sounds like a word that would offend Defect. Defect sounds like he would be offended by the word quivered. Terrified? Let's see if it fits. Almost. Shaking, quivering, shaking, shivering. Could be something like that. Let's try shivering. No. 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 Restore to office. Let's try re-elect. Nope. $13A is yacht. Pleasure cruiser. Ooh. I'm gonna spell yacht wrong. I know there's like a Z, a C and an H and a T in there, but yak, yacked, yacked. I tried re-elected. It didn't work. Did I spell it wrong? Probably. Am I smart? No, I am not. Elected. Short spoof. See, this is supposed to say short spoof, but I read it as short spoof because I grew up in Australia and that's that's just what it is. Short spoof. Is that what they call like premature ejaculation? A short spoof. You had a short spoof, didn't you? Skit. Yeah, skit works. Springy. Bouncy? Bouncy. Bounce on it. Crazy stuff. No, it's not bouncy. Oh, with an EY? Yeah, that I don't know how to spell, so. Bouncy. Announce formally. Declare? I formally declare that I... You're actually wrong. There's no E in bouncy. Wait, so I was right? And it's not... I can't keep up. I can't keep up. It's too hard. Announce formally. Declare. Yeah, I think that works. Jolly laugh. Gotta love English. Do we though? Do we have to love it, Delta? Do we have to love it? I don't think we do. I don't think we're obligated to love English. We need to modify it. Yeah, but just not to American English. Ho ho. Excuse me, don't call me that, sir. Okay? I don't appreciate that. How dare you? Proceeds. Prior. Good work. Oh. Police checkpoint. Roadblock. I was gonna say breather. I think Delta, before you were saying that some people thought that your little surveyor like laser thingy was like a speed camera. What do people do when they think you're like you're a cop? Like, you said sometimes people think that's like, that your little surveyor laser thingy, I don't know what it's called, sorry, that they think it's a speed camera. Do they like ever freak out? Like, what do they do? What do they do? Are they like, ah, shit. Tick. Tick tock. You notice some people slow down. Oh, so nothing exciting. That's a shame. Because I would want to fuck with people if I were you. I would want to fuck with people. I would like start waving my arm. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea. And this is why I'm not allowed out in public, guys. This is why I'm not allowed out in public. Published storyteller. An author? No. If people ask what you're doing, you tell them they're building a new mosque. Mosques are so pretty though. They're so pretty. Published storyteller. I don't know. AUTH. But if it's old white people. Absorb a food. Like, am I photosynthesizing? What am I doing? I'm absorbing my food. Digest, that makes sense. Am I a plant? I don't know. Sidekick. Delta's a mean person, guys. Delta's a mean person. Why are you mean to elderly people? It's okay, Delta. You're nice to me, so you can be mean to everybody else. Those are the rules. As long as you're nice to me, I don't care. I don't care what you do. You say it with a nice smile. Well, then that makes it nice, Delta. What? It's like, yeah, all I did was stab her, but like, I said sorry as I was doing it, so... Like, when my best friend's daughter was like, I think she was 3 or 4, and there was this girl called Amelia at her preschool, so like, I guess what you call kindy in Victoria. There was this really mean girl who was a total bully, right? She was a total bully and totally deserved to get punched in the face. I know you shouldn't say this about like a little kid, but this little kid was like evil, like a mini mean girl. She was awful. Anyway, my best friend's daughter punched this Amelia girl in the face, right? And even though we were like, well, about time, we had to pretend that we were like very disappointed. No, Ivy, you don't punch people in the face. Violence is wrong. And the explanation we got from like a 4-year-old child about why she punched this girl Amelia in the face was like, she's like, well, when my fist was flying towards her, she didn't say no. And that was her excuse. It's like, she didn't say stop. And my best friend was like, what, in the millisecond that your fist was flying at her face, she didn't say no. And we had to pretend that we were like really upset that she would punch someone in the face. We were like, this girl had been bullying my best friend's daughter, like to the point where she didn't want to go to kindy. She was crying. She was like being bullied by all the other girls. This Amelia girl invited everybody to her birthday except for like my best friend's daughter. It was like a whole like, she would have had to have learnt this behavior from somebody, because a little kid wouldn't like know how to be that mean. She must have like a mean girl mum or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, me and my best friend were like secretly proud. Like when we made her go to her room and we were like, oh, we can't believe you did that. I was like, I'm low-key proud. And my best friend was like, yeah, me too. And we were just cackling. We were just like, oh my God, that was so good. Well, like, she deserved to get punched in the face, though. Seriously, she deserved it. Fuck her. She didn't say stop. She didn't say no. How was I supposed to know she didn't want to get punched in the face? How funny. You love it when the Scottish kids are meaner than full grown-ups? Yeah, 100%. It's amazing. Hyperphobia. And I think I sent you that video. I think I DM'd you that video of that little British kid talking about how him and his mum went to have a cheeky Nando's and then the waiter came out. Do you know the video where I'm talking about hyperphobia? The cheeky Nando's one? Hang on, I'll see if I can find it. I have to show everyone this video. It's so funny. Hang on. I found it. I found it. I found it. I'm so excited.
And he said, do you have any idea what she's having? Yeah. And I said, mate, it's been 10 minutes, so probably she's just having a big fat stinky cat. Guess what? Me and Mum went for Nando's today.
And I said, mate. Why is that so funny? I don't know why. It's so stupid. And what makes it so funny is like that the kid looks like they just haven't slept in weeks as well. Oh, my heart. My heart actually hurts. Man, that was funny. Fuck. Pleasure Crude is that short spoof or spoof. Springy. Tick tack. Tick tick tick. Oh, there we go. Tic tac doesn't fit. We need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, tic tac. But then wouldn't we just be adding the second part? I'll write tic tac, but we'll see. Let's just put that in. I got you. I got what you meant. I'm dumb, okay? I usually, on the other crossword, it wants you to like fill in the blank word, but maybe here it wants you to combine them. I don't know. Look, Delta, I'm not. I never claimed to be smart, okay? I never claimed to be smart. Sidekick. Tick for tack. Ooh, it could be. I always thought that was tit for tat. I'll give you some titty for some tatty. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. But yeah, I thought that was. I give you some titties for some tattoos. I don't know. Probably. There probably is a tattoo artist out there that will give someone a tattoo for a bit of titty. I mean, there's all types of transactions going on out there, let's be honest. We'll just leave that there. We don't know. Publish storyteller. Published storyteller. I want to say author, but it's not that. Quiver. Someone's feeling a bit toey today in the Daily Stormer office. Quivered. Because when do you quiver? I don't know. You don't know, you don't Inserted? Ooh. Is that when you quiver, when it's inserted? I'm sorry. As in an arrow in a quiver. Let's just do the down. How do we get to the down? Ooh, ooh. Nice. Grim. Genetic mix. Ellipses. Ellipses. Tasteful. Expenses fund. Assign. Allocate. This is allocate. I know this one. I say this word all the time. I'm gonna allocate funds to your... But... Ooh, macabre. We like it. What's happening? Somebody help me because I am dumb. Did I spell something wrong? I don't know because I am dumb. Genetic mix. Tasteful. Tasteful like my Sailor Moon Suffolk desk. Expenses fund. Petty cash. Petty cash. Work coming in clutch, guys. Work is coming in clutch. Assign. Delegate. No? Assign? Allocate. Oh, I already did that. Madman. Lunatic. Luna. Wait, how do you spell lunatic? You get petty cash when you're working away with work. Oh yeah, because you were like staying in a motel and we just all thought you were staying at a motel to get freaky. And I'm like, well, that's... What, are you just telling the lady or guy that you're with? Sorry, I just have to listen to this stream. Just sit there. You said you were at a motel in Gippsland, and I was like, ooh, like, are you getting busy? And you were like, no, I'm away for work. And I was like, oh. Because in my head you were like, I'm just gonna listen to this stream, babe. Just sit there and be quiet. Thank you. Because there are people that do that. There are people that do that. The real reason is, why would anyone go to Gippsland for that? Yeah, but what if it was like somebody that you were really in love with, like the most amazing guy or girl you've ever met, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna drive all the way to Gippsland for you, baby. You're just worth it. And that's what you do. I don't know. Look, I went all the way to Berlin to fuck a guy that is not even that great. So let's be honest. Sometimes we be doing stuff like that, all right? Or I do anyway. Backpacks. Knapsack. Nappers? No, it doesn't fit. Your room was weird? Like, how was it weird? Because I don't know, all motels kind of seedy. I watched some of those videos from that. Oh, okay. Okay. I watched some of the videos from that motel review channel, and honestly, like some of the knapsack, yeah, I thought it was a knapsack, but then it didn't fit in with our other answers, so. Wait, how do you spell knapsack? Knapsack, knapsack. You were worried that someone else might have needed it? Yeah, but maybe they had them in every room. Otherwise, like, they wouldn't have given you that room, right? They would have kept it in case. I feel like they would know what they're doing when they're allocating bookings, right? Maybe it's just like a standard thing they have there. Worshipped. What happened? Come back, my only son. And you had a himbo moment, the lights didn't work, so you walked out and asked the staff and they said you need to leave the door card in the slot next to the door. Yeah, I've done that when I've been so jet lagged, like when I haven't slept for like, I don't know, way over 24 hours because I've just been like, you know, catching planes. And yeah, I do stuff like that all the time. It's just like I'm a girl though, so everyone like just helps me. They just come and do it for me. They're like, there you go. And I'm like, thank you. You should try being a petite girl. Everyone does everything for you. You don't have to feel bad. I've also gotten like free stuff. I get free stuff all the time. One time I fucked up my flight and it was my fault. Like I completely fucked up my flight. They sent me like an email and all these messages saying that like one of my connecting flights was cancelled and to make alternative arrangements. And I just didn't because I was like, I just ignored it because I was like, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I thought. I was just, I don't know. I was young and I was like, yeah, I was like, whatever. And I didn't do it. And everybody else that didn't do it, they, when they got to like, when they got to, I think it was Malaysia to hop on their next flight. And they were like, no, the flights, like they went to get the transfer and the person for like Turkish Airlines was like, no, like you can't because the flight's cancelled. It's your own fault. You should have made like alternative arrangements, and everyone got sent away. And I just went up there and I just did my cutest face. And I was like, I can't even remember what I said. And he gave me a free night at a hotel, a dinner and drinks voucher. He gave me a free transfer to the hotel. He gave me like all of this stuff. There was like this really like amazing, insane hotel with like a water park and like all this like insane stuff. And nobody else got it. I just got it because I was small and I looked sad and I looked cute. And really, like, you shouldn't be able to get away with that kind of stuff, but I did. And nobody else got it. Yeah, I know. But now that looking back, I feel bad because it's like, honestly, I did get all the emails and stuff. I did. I just pretended that I didn't. And then I just looked sad. But I mean, he wanted to help me, so it's not my fault. Just making it through. Did I like that YouTube channel? Yeah, I did. I found it really amusing, but also I knew a lot of those places. I knew like, I have only stayed in a few of those motels, but I at least like could drive you to the front of those hotels. Do you know what I mean? Like I know the areas where a lot of those motels are. So in that way, it was kind of like, Your room had 2 cuck chairs. Damn. People are getting freaky out there. Turkish Airways has literally never sent you anything in English. You're lucky you know some Turkish. Yeah. It was leather with a matching footrest. Yeah, well, they want them to be comfy. They might really be going at it, so they might be there for a long time. Ice dancer, skater. Skater. $22D mocked. Oh. That sounds like a bra size. It probably is a bra size, actually. Which I only have 1 bra at the moment because I haven't unpacked any of my stuff since November and I really need... I either am going to have to buy new bras or unpack my stuff, which is like annoying. Because, hello Ricochet! You have a similar airline story? Oh, you don't want to share with the class? It's a long story to type out. Yeah, fair enough. Yum, 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 yum. It's not raunchy. That's okay. We should probably, I think people that aren't Australian aren't used to like how Australians can just talk about like bowel movements and like sexual things and everything, but it doesn't mean they're hitting on each other. They're just like having a conversation like, how was your day? It was great. I'm good. How are you? And then you... And I think like people that aren't Australian, they're like, why is everybody trying to hit on each other in this Discord? I was like, no, because if we were, do you know what we would do? We would DM each other and say, hey, this is my address. Would you like to turn up at my place and fuck the shit out of me? Because that is just what we would do if that's what we wanted to do. Because, you know, that's what we'd be doing. Well, you know, we're a direct people. Sometimes sometimes we're a little bit more polite with it, but it would still be like a very direct thing. Like, oh, I really find you attractive, or like whatever it is. Do you want to just, you know, you'd start with a coffee. Yeah, but that's like if you want to date someone. I mean, like if you just, you know, if you just want to... If you like want to like, oh, if you want to respect a lady, sure. I mean, whatever, but. So there's no setting the mood or something? Yeah, well, you don't just jump them when they come to your house. I mean, unless that's what you're both into. I mean, we have foreplay if that's what you're asking. I don't know. I think this is ears. Start journey. Bundy and creaming soda doesn't count. Yeah. No, a lot of Australian men are really romantic. I will say a lot of Australian men are really romantic. They like to put in a lot of effort. But I'm saying if like you just want to have sex with someone, which is what someone in our Discord was saying, that we all just wanted to have sex with each other. I'm saying in that case, so if somebody wanted to have sex with someone else, they would just send them a DM and be like, hey, do you consent to this? If so, meet me here at this time. And then, you know, in a start journey, head out. Yeah, that works. Just making it through. Eight down lunatics. Oh, I did have lunatics. It ended up getting deleted. Scraping through. Just making it through. Oh, yes, scraping. Scraping by. Proceeds. Excuse my swallowing noises. I have a very dry mouth today. Reads, proceeds, reads. What is a word that starts with R in an order of procession? It could be reeds. I don't know. Springy. Why is this so hard? Let's try downs. B-R-E-E. No. Boop. You feel like re-elected, isn't it either? 11D seems like... Then and now? Okay, let's just... whatever. Let's just give up on life. Can it just tell us the answers? We're too dumb. Published storyteller. Elastic. Alright, well, sure. That does work. Elastic is bouncy, I guess, kind of. Educated. A novelist. Ooh. How are we ever gonna finish this? Can we just... Oh, I think we use... I don't think we can cheat. I think those all the cheats we could get. I think we're just dumb guys. Yeah, we can't do it. We're sorry, the new daily. We are the Nuff patrol. We can't do it. We can't do it. We don't have the It's okay. At least we're pretty, chat. At least we're all very super good looking. So, you know, it's okay. At least we're hot. We don't have to be smart, okay? We don't have to be smart. We're all very beautiful. Yeah, I didn't really hear the word nuff growing up or nuffies growing up in New South Wales, but I definitely have heard it a lot in Victoria, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I do enjoy it. It is it's very good. All right, connections, you know the rules. If you don't, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. There are 16 words. There are 4 categories, 4 words per category. We don't know what the categories are, so we have to group 4 words together and hopefully they form a category. And if we're wrong, then our soulmate will have a finger cut off every time we get an answer wrong. So think about that and make your decisions wisely, please. For the love of God, for the love of all that is holy, please. I'm sorry, I always take it too far. All right, our words are steel, net, rock, cantup, what? Makeshift, ice caps, cup, web, diamond, snare, kettle, cyberspace, water, nails, tangle, and teabag. Diamond, rock, nails, and steel, as in hard as a rock. Ew. Ew, don't ever say that to someone. Diamond, steel, nails. Associated with hardness. See, I would have put a whole lot of phallic stuff in there because I'm a pervert. Teabag. I'm so overtired. Somebody help me. Net, snare, web, tangle, entrap. Ooh. Snare. Web. Tangle. And teabag. Snare, tangle, web, and what was the other one? Net. Sorry, guys, my brain is tired. Ice caps. Bop, bop, bop. Did they just put the items needed to make a cover as a category? Maybe because Americans don't know how to make tea and they don't have kettles. They don't have kettles. So that's like, that could be kettle, tea bag, water, and cup. Used for tea. Look at them. Makeshift, cantab. I don't know what that is. Ice caps, cyberspace. Stop cyberbullying me. I'm calling the cyber police. Ending with keyboard keys. Perfect. We are perfect, guys. Look, we might not be able to do the Daily Stormer crossword puzzle. I'm gonna... And what was it called? The New Daily? Why do I keep on calling it the Daily Stormer? I don't know, guys. I'm so tired. This was because, like, I got in touch with, like, my naughty schoolgirl. Like, I kind of wagged work today. So I kind of feel like I was, you know, I kind of got into, like, my cheeky little, like, ooh, I'm wagging school. I'm going to take off my school jumper and put on another hoodie. And now this is my bad side. I'm smoking and you can't stop me. Ha ha ha. And just like, yeah. Look, this is why I'm not allowed. I've got the state dependent mood. I'm a bad girl and you can't stop me. Wagging at your school was walking to Hungry Jack's. Wagging for me was hopping on the train that I caught to school and taking it all the way into the Sydney CBD, which took 2 hours. And then I would go to Newtown in that park where I told you all the, like, alternative kids used to hang out for the one that apparently has all the dead bodies under it. And I would go underage drinking and especially when I was in year 12, because when I was in year 12, it was my boyfriend's at the time first year of uni, because he was in the year above me at school. So we just used to, like, just meet there and, like, make out heaps. So I don't know. And, you know, it's something to do. Why not? Why not? What else are you going to do? Go to school. School is boring. Disgusting behavior. All right. Bob Cutter tried to staunch a news reporter today. So we do like to see it. Let's go.
Bob Carter has unleashed, abusing and threatening a 9 journalist at a Brisbane media conference.
The 8-year-old was there to tell everyone about a list of Australians he wants deported before the federal MP deemed a question about his own heritage racist.
A long way from the parliament in which he usually sits, Bob Catter.
The gloves are coming right off now.
And they were.
Bob, you've got Lebanese heritage yourself. What would you...
Oh, mate, don't say that, because that irritates me, and I punch blokes in the mouth for saying that. Don't you dare say that.
The question...
He's popping off, guys. Jeez. Oof. Oof. I think this was about, like, that march. What's it called? March for Australia. I was going to say March in Australia, but obviously the march is in Australia. He's a bit of a goof, but you appreciate his energy. Well, you've got that Queensland spirit, don't you, pseudomustics? You've got the Queensland spirit. Apparently New South Wales doesn't have Queensland spirit, and that's why we always lose state of origin. It would be a bit weird if we did have Queensland spirit, though, I've got to say. That would be a little bit weird. But I will say, the Blues Boys are way hotter. Just going to put that out there. Just putting that out into the ether. Okay? Seeing where it, yes. The Stormers. Alright. Alright, deep breath, everyone. We are going back to Bob Catter. He's gonna... You remember when you met some Americans in Europe, the only politician they knew was Catter? You didn't realize Bob Catter was Leb? Yeah, he's Leb. You all see him as your local entertainment. Very few people take him seriously. Yeah, he's like in a very rural seat, right? I think he is in a rural seat. I don't know. He seems to think everyone's getting eaten by crocs. So I don't know. Be careful, pseudomastics. It's hard out there. Don't get eaten by a crocodile. We'll be very sad and we will miss you.
And from Nine reporter Josh Bavis was about the benefits of migrants with good values, families like the Catters, as described by Bob's sister.
My grandfather, Jiddi we called him, came from Lebanon when he was in his early teens.
And echoed by his son.
Has some Irish heritage and some Lebanese heritage, both were chased out of their countries at the time.
My family have been in this country for 140 years, right? So if you say anything like that, I have on many occasions punched blokes in the mouth, right? So I'm restraining myself today.
But he didn't restrain himself for long.
Don't say that. I'm sure that don't say that because you're a racist. You're a racist. You cannot say what you've just said without being identified as a racist.
Well, yeah, he did shake his fist in his face, so I mean, it is on camera. I think if this guy wanted to, like, maybe pursue some type of action, maybe criminally or civilly, he could definitely make some arguments. I don't know what the police would charge him with, but he could definitely sue him civilly for emotional damages. Say, when he shook his fist in my face, I was scared and now I'm traumatized and I can't work for the next 10 years. So I need 10 years worth of wages. And he could do that. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the Crimes Act in Queensland says, like what crime it would constitute under Queensland law is what I mean, hyperbovium, because I'm not familiar with their particular, like, because it does vary from state to state what crimes are called. So I don't know specifically what it would be called. I'm only really familiar with New South Wales and Victoria. So that's what I mean why I don't know what he would be. But you could definitely go to the cops and tell them what happened. I mean, they are very familiar with the Crimes Act. They have to know it, like, intimately because they have to charge people under it, like, every day, so they would know.
In a statement, 9 News said this baseless and offensive accusation of racism is an irresponsible attempt to shut down a legitimate line of questioning and warrants a public apology from Mr. Catter. But it wasn't only 9.
You stop now because you've got a black mark on you too.
Yeah, look, we'll move on.
Bob Catter's outbursts have been part of his appeal in Canberra and Queensland for decades. What made this time different? It came with a clenched fist.
I think it's quite offensive to threaten a journalist with a fist.
Point taken.
Mr. Catter had gathered with members of his party in Brisbane promoting the March for Australia. Its website lists 2 goals: no foreign flags and an end to mass migration.
If you have anti-Australian sentiments, then get the hell out of my country. Because we are taking the names down now of anyone that treats our flag.
Well, Delta, that's why you have to slip, slop, slap, okay? If you want, I can send you my Korean beauty routine. It will keep you looking young and radiant forever, just like me, who hasn't aged in the last you use sunscreen at work, don't worry. Good boy, Delta. That is very good.
Badly.
It's not clear what sentiments are considered anti-Australian or who'd be the judge. Charles Croucher, 9 News.
There is UV right now. Unless the sun is down, there's always UV. No, Delta, that's the trap, right? People think they only need to wear sunscreen when the UV is high. That's the trap. That's the trap, Delta. No, you have to wear it all year round. You have to wear it all year round. Please. For the love of God. You want to look hot forever, Delta. You need to wear sunscreen all year round. Sunsmart's app says otherwise. Well, the Korean cosmetics industry says otherwise, Delta, and I'm inclined to believe them, okay? Dermatologists say otherwise. Skin cancer doctors say otherwise. I trust them. Oh dear. Ooh, something happened in Mount Druitt. This is where my cat's from, everyone. Well, not Nori, my old cat, Nightshade. She's from Mount Druitt, so shout out. Ghetto cat. Ghetto hood cat. No, Mount Druitt isn't the ghetto. That's what people call it, but not me. Don't know why I said that. I'm just tired. Okay, continue.
Only moments ago, we saw New South Wales Police, who've been canvassing the scene here at Mount Druitt train station, uncover a knife just across the road from where we are now, in the direction that New South Wales Police believe 4 offenders, 2 who are believed to have been carrying knives last night following that fatal stabbing. That's, according to police, the direction that those 4 offenders made their way to following that stabbing. And we've just seen New South Wales Police uncover a knife, although it is yet to be confirmed from New South Wales Police if it is in any way connected to last night's stabbing. But what we do know is that they're currently searching for 4 offenders. At about 10 p.m. last night, police say those 4 offenders approached 3 men, 2 19-year-olds and another man who police say was completely unrelated to the other 2 and police believe was simply waiting for a bus at around 10 p.m. at the time of this alleged assault. But what we do know is that one 19-year-old man suffered a serious wound to his chest. He was worked on by New South Wales paramedics and police, but died at the scene. That second 19-year-old was taken to Westmead Hospital in a serious condition. We've heard from police they believe he was stabbed in the arm, but the wound was serious enough to essentially puncture through his arm into his chest. Now, we've had New South Wales Police combing the scene here this morning. They believe those 4 offenders fled in a southerly direction across the train tracks here at Mount Druitt Police Station. They are intending on actually shutting the train line at some point today in order to search the train tracks. And as I was saying only a little bit earlier, they're canvassing currently the scene and have uncovered a knife, although we're yet to confirm whether it is in any way related to last night's stabbing. Now, we were hearing a little bit earlier from New South Wales Police. They're stopping short of confirming whether this could be...
Am I afraid of needles? Do you know how often I have to have needles, pseudomastics? I have to get blood tests done every few weeks. I have to get blood tests done every few weeks because of the medications that I'm on and also the illnesses that I'm on, because they have to monitor like my organs and they have to monitor toxicity from like methotrexate and stuff like that. So I have to get blood tests done every few weeks. I also need blood for other reasons. No, I don't. No, I don't. That's a lie. I only need meat because I'm anemic. I don't drink blood. It's a lie. It's a lie. People just like to start rumors and they're not true. And it's just rude. And it's bad manners. But yeah. All lies. You can still be afraid of them even if you need them heaps. Yeah, I guess like if I had a phobia, like I have a phobia of escalators going down, right? I can hop on an escalator going down, but it takes a while. Like I have to wait till there's no one around because I don't know how long it's going to take me to hop on it. Because when I was little, this is what happened when I was little. This happened at David Jones in Parramatta Westfields. Shout out to Parramatta. So I've had 2 incidences on escalators, right? One was when I was like, I want to say 3. I was David Jones with, this was the worst one, I think. Because I've had a phobia of escalators since this time. I was with my babushka and my mom, and we were in David Jones, and I didn't want to go with my mom. I wanted to go with my babushka, and my mom like grabbed me by the wrist and like yanked me, and my babushka was like, well, I'm gonna go over here and look at this, and I was like, no, I want to go with my grandma. So I like I broke away and I ran, and I tried to follow my nan down the escalator, but I fell, and when the escalator got to the bottom, it started sucking my dress into like the escalator, and then it started like sucking, and then it started to suck a little bit of my skin in, so they had to call the ambulance to like cut my dress out of the escalator, and they had to stop the escalator. And then when I was, I want to say 18 or 19, I was working at this boutique in Bondi. So I used to get off at Bondi Junction train station, which if you know like the Sydney Underground stations, like the Bondi train line is like the really far underground. So like the gradient, it's like very, 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 very steep. Anyway, this was summer and I was coming home from work, and because it was summer, everyone was using their aircon, and I was on the really, really steep going down escalators, and there was a power surge and the escalators jolted, and I fell forward onto my wrist, and about 5 adults fell on top of me. So yeah, so now I am really scared of escalators because those are the two times that yeah. So if you ever meet me in real life and we go somewhere where there's escalators and it takes me like, you're like, oh my god, why is she being so weird? That's why I'm being so weird. So yeah, I do know what it's like to have a phobia. I'm so fine with needles. It doesn't even register on my pain like registry because I'm always in pain. Like I don't even feel when a needle goes into my skin really. Like I do feel a sensation, but it doesn't register as pain to me. It just kind of registers as like some type of noxious like stimuli, but it doesn't hurt. Parliament Station must suck for me. Yeah, I do find Parliament very hard, Delta. I even found Melbourne Central Station really like hard the other day. It took me a while. It took me a while to get down to the train station. I was like, I don't want to. Every guy's worst nightmare. What? That I'm scared of going down.
In any way related to what's been described as Sydney's postcode wars, although we do understand that 19-year-old victim who did survive last night's stabbing told police last night he was asked by those 4 offenders, are you 6'7"? Now, that is...
Oh, that I don't know when it's in. I know when a dick is in Hyperbovian. Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Itself is a reference to 2767, which is the postcode for nearby Doonside. Here in Mount Druitt, the postcode is 2770. Let's take a quick listen to what police had to say.
The male that's in hospital at the moment has been sedated, so we haven't had a chance to speak to him yet, just to confirm those details. But our initial reports on the scene was there was some conversation about RU67, obviously one of the street gangs that are out here in Western Sydney. And again, that's something we'll be following up.
Now, police have also confirmed that both victims are currently known to police. However, they've stopped short of speculating on what the motivation for last night's fatal stabbing could be. And as you can see, there's still a strong contingent of New South Wales police here. We're seeing searches being conducted by New South Wales riot squad officers. They're joined here by New South Wales homicide, and the New South Wales Police Force have established Strike Force Coberta as these investigations continue.
Don't escalators nowadays have a sensor that when they suck something up, they stop automatically? I'm sure they probably would. This happened to me when I was like 3, so I want to say 3 or 4, but it was definitely before I started school. I would have to ask my mum, and I don't talk to my mum, so I can't ask her. But It's crazy that young people are just taking bounties now. Yeah. You know what I think it is? I think it is American culture. I think they watch all these American gang like movies and they like listen to, you know, stupid music that like glorifies this type of crap. Yeah, it's just because I know that hip hop and stuff was really big in Western Sydney when I was a kid. And there's even like a lot of Aussie hip hop is even popular out in those areas as well. And I don't doubt it's all like, yeah, they just think it's cool. They just think it's cool and normal, and yeah, they don't think, hey, this is a person that I'm stabbing, because they've glorified it. Sound like such a boomer. They listen to the rap music and then they start stabbing people. That's not exactly my point. It's just, you know, a culture that obviously, like if you look at America, they're obviously not a culture that values life, right? They don't have like accessible healthcare, you know, they're fine with just carpet bombing countries, all of these things. Like that's probably more to my point. Oh no, what's the sovereign citizen up to? This freaking drongo, what is he up to?
Let's get straight to the latest on the hunt for accused Papunka police killer Desi Freeman. Now entering its third day, there is a small reprieve for locals in Victoria's high country, with same lockdown measures lifting, allowing the community to honour those fallen officers. Mimi Becker is following developments and joins us live from Papunka. Mimi, there's still a heavy police presence in the town.
Good morning, Kate. There is. Most of the police are stationed here at a control centre that's been set up at a local winery, and we have seen members of the Special Operations Group getting ready for today. The conditions are getting significantly worse today for officers to be out searching him, but they may be...
Sorry, this isn't anything to do with the current story, but I just read what Hyperbovian wrote. Random mercs with no connections. It's a huge risk for foreign interference. Oh, now I forgot what I was going to say. I had something really poignant to say and it went out of my head. What was it? Fuck me. Oh, I was gonna say that's another American influence on our culture too, right? These kids, they will murk somebody for a large sum of money, right? So, you know, organized crime and other people are using these kids from primarily Western Sydney, which angers me because I'm from Western Sydney, right? And I am very passionate about social mobility for kids from Western Sydney, right? Because I'm from Western Sydney and I was able to, you know, pull myself out of that. You know, I was able to put myself on another trajectory, let's say. But this is the other thing, right? They, if you are on Instagram, or, because I only have Instagram, right? And I don't even follow any of like the influencers or stuff. I just have a few friends, like a few close friends and a few family members that I follow on Instagram. But even me, I'm constantly being bombarded with these reels, right? You need Gucci, you need Chanel, you need this brand, you have to drive this car, you have to do this. And kids, they see their self-worth as like bound up in having all these materialistic things. But obviously you need a lot of money to have these things. So if someone comes along from organized crime or from, you know, Mossad, just throwing random names out there, you know, for no particular reason. And they're like, hey, go set this thing on fire or go stab this person. They'll be here at this time and we'll give you this much. They're like, oh, well, cool. I can buy all this stuff and I can flex and I can put it all over social media, because where else are the kids going to get the money for these things from? Like, a lot of people in these areas are having trouble, like, feeding their kids and putting a roof over their head, let alone, you know, buying them the latest designer fucking whatever. Anyway, that was my point. I didn't articulate it as well as I would have liked to, but we're tired. We are tired today. Anyway, going back to Sovereign Citizen Bloke. Here we go.
Good morning. Let's get straight to the latest. On the hunt for accused Papunka police killer Desi Freeman. Now entering its third day, there is a small reprieve for locals in Victoria's high country, with same lockdown measures lifting, allowing the community to honour those fallen officers. Mimi Becker is following developments and joins us live from Papunka. Mimi, there's still a heavy police presence in the town.
Good morning, Kate. There is most of the police are stationed here at a control centre that's been set up at a local winery, and we have seen members of the Special Operations Group getting ready for today. The conditions are getting significantly worse today for officers to be out searching him, but they may be thinking that that may actually help flush Desi Freeman out. As you say, police have confirmed there's been no sightings of him since Tuesday when the police shooting happened. And police have admitted that Desi Freeman may know this bushland better than they do. He is, of course, armed and dangerous. Police are taking on this search while also remembering their own two officers that died on Tuesday. Detective Senior Leading Constable Neil Thompson and 35-year-old Vadim Devart. Both of them had been serving in Victoria Police. One of them was a local, while Vadim was actually from Melbourne and here on secondment. So no doubt that's in the back of these officers' minds as they continue to search for Desi Freeman.
And then we know school has returned today. What are residents being told this morning?
Yeah, the local primary school has reopened. The students there were forced into lockdown for a number of hours, hiding in classrooms on Tuesday. On Wednesday it was closed, and today we have seen it reopen. Police have been there this morning supporting the community, and they've also sent out another text message to anyone in the area reminding them that this search is going on. And while things are reopening, people are still being told to stay indoors, to lock their houses and their cars. But the local principal at the school was still very much looking forward to welcoming back those students.
The police will have a presence in the area. We have been extremely supported by VicPol. They have absolutely provided us with everything that we need.
I feel like the school is still a safe place. I think it'll be good for them. This just shows them that, you know, life continues and these things happen, unfortunately.
And of course, this is an incredibly sad time for police right around the country, with tributes continuing to flow for the fallen officers.
That's right, Kate. There has really been an outpour of support, and in Victoria last night, specifically in Melbourne, we saw several landmarks be lit up in blue in memory of those two fallen officers, but also as a wider thank you for the entire Victoria Police Force. They were buildings like the MCG, the State Parliament and Flinders Street Station. And of course, we are also seeing a number of memorials be set up at police stations. Local cops are reporting that people are sending in flowers, thank you notes, and also treats to say thank you to the entire police force as they continue to push on in what is incredibly tough circumstances. There will be a local memorial held in Wangaratta.
I just saw what Delta wrote, but I feel like it's not the story to acknowledge that. But yeah, definitely giving my bedroom lighting, that's for sure.
Tonight to honour those two fallen officers. Neil Thompson had served for 37 years and he was based in Wangaratta as a local CIU detective there for 18.
You wonder if we'll inherit more of America's weird social issues and movements? I bloody hope not. I bloody hope not. But I do think like the materialism is what's driving a lot of this stuff with the young kids. Because they seriously like judge each other's self-worth by like whether or not they have these ridiculous, like ridiculously priced things. It's absolutely insane.
Years, and Van de Vaart, his family are flying in from Belgium. We are just hearing
Is the manhunt over? No, they have no idea where this bloke is, I don't think. I don't think they have any idea where he is, so I don't think it'll be over any time soon. Apparently, this guy's like heaps experienced bushman. I don't know. I'm sure he's probably got a few like shacks in the bush with supplies, right? Because he's obviously somebody that's highly paranoid. Wouldn't be surprised if he's got enough stuff to like go to ground for a while.
The helicopter above us here, so things are continuing and ramping up for day 3 of this manhunt. Kate?
All right, Mimi Becker, thanks for the update. And in the wake of the Papunka shooting, there are renewed calls this morning for a national firearms register. The initiative was first promised when 2 Queensland officers were fatally shot in Weambilla in 2022. Now both sides of Parliament are calling for it to be fast-tracked.
We need to make sure that we know where our firearms are in this country.
For 20 years we've had a national firearms agreement, Carl, and the states have not got one register of firearms together.
State governments are currently responsible for their own firearms registry. National Cabinet committed to the measure almost 2 years ago. Good morning.
Are you into facial hair, Delta? Do you like it? Hot or not? Right. Rate it.
Let's get straight to the latest on the hunt for accused Papunka police killer Desi Freeman. Now entering its 3rd day. There is...
What do you mean on you? Well, do you like it on other people or on you? Yeah, do you think it's hot? Do you like it on other people? Do you see like a nice beard and go, that's nice? Because I think it's hot. On the right person, I think it's hot. It keeps crumbs at least. A bit of a flavor saver. Extra fiber when you accidentally eat your beard. I think it can be hot. Talks on Gaza ceasefire are... Wait, no, it's protein? Yeah, I think it is protein. I do think it's protein. I don't think it's fiber. Unless you have, like, plants growing in your beard. Maybe that is fiber? I don't know. You wish moustache hairs could be naturally curly. Aren't a lot of them naturally curly? Because isn't it just, like, pubes on your face? I don't know. I can't grow a beard, guys, so... No comment. No, like, really curly. Yours curl? Not with that attitude. I will say, though, sometimes when you're making out with a guy with, like, a lot of beard and, like, they're very, like... You know how some people are, like, very aggressive kissers? You know how some people are just, like, very kind of into it? It kind of exfoliates your face in a way that's not comfortable. You know? Some people... I don't need you to sand my face, sir. Would we like to calm down? Where are you trying to go? Where are you? Pash Rash? Yes. Like, what are you trying to do? Can I help you? Thank you. But that's my only complaint, really. It's only when, like, they get, like, too, like... Yeah. Some people just need to calm down. Just calm down, all right?
President Donald Trump has held a meeting at the White House on what a post-war Gaza could look like. Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair and the former US Middle East envoy Jared Kushner were at these talks. They discussed the remaining captives, food aid and post-war planning. Alan Fisher has more from the White House.
Steve Witkoff, who is Donald Trump's negotiator in the Middle East, has said that they're going to put together a very comprehensive plan for what happens in Gaza the day after the war. And we're led to understand that Tony Blair, former Middle East mediator, is involved in those discussions, as is Jared Kushner.
Tony Blair, like Iraq war criminal Tony Blair, and Jared Kushner as in Trump's son-in-law. What? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Clearly pillars of moral virtue.
Who of course is Donald Trump's son-in-law and was his Middle East advisor during his first term. What exactly will happen? Well, we don't know what plans they have in place to end the war. Donald Trump said on Monday in the White House that he expected a conclusive end to the war in Gaza within 3 weeks. The one expert I spoke to said he was perhaps working on Benjamin.
Delta's always out here with the sick burn. Sounds like guy got eyes. How can you see him? I'm in the way. Can you see him?
Netanyahu's timescale, which was over-optimistic. The Israeli military, who have been told that they should go in and take over Gaza City, say that they need 4 to 5 months to carry out that operation. Then that then fits in.
Yeah, his accent is heaps sick. I love his accent. Yay.
To Steve Witkoff's timescale when he said there could be an end to the war by the end of the year. Donald Trump has talked many times about seeing an end to the war in Gaza. They obviously have to put plans together to what happens the day after the war ends. But at the moment, there's no sign of the conflict ending or any sign of this White House putting pressure on the Israelis to do just that. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, at the White House.
Bye.
Let's get more on this with Lorenzo Carmel. He's a professor of international history at the University of Turin. He specialises in the Middle East and North African history, joining me now from Rome. Thank you for your time. Your thoughts, firstly, on this meeting that was held in Washington last night. In your opinion, was it a serious attempt to bring the conflict in Gaza to an end, or was it more political theatre to appease the growing condemnation against the US back?
It's political theatre. They don't give a shit. It is 100% political theatre. They don't give a shit. They don't. He would be fun to talk to unless he's a racist historian. Let's give him a chance, Delta. He's on Al Jazeera, so he's probably fine. They probably vetted him. He's probably good.
King of Israel.
Europe, there is a growing awareness that there is no military solution for a political problem. That said, on the practical level, little has changed in terms of weapons, in terms of pressures, in terms of sanctions, in terms of embargoes or weapons and so on. So once again, while there is a growing awareness, and certainly this awareness is very visible on the public opinion, but also at the political level now is quite visible. In practical terms, we see that not much has changed.
And what did you make of those in attendance at that meeting? The former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair and, of course, the US President's son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
Yes, of course, in Washington there is an attempt to pursue this agenda, so the Trump plan to mass expel the voluntary expulsion of the Palestinians. And also we know that what starts in Gaza does not remain in Gaza. So in many ways this meeting is about Gaza, but it's something about a broader picture. So for instance, a large part of Lebanon is set to receive a similar fate as Gaza. Trump, Netanyahu, using the narratives of destroying Hezbollah, somehow are using this for the mass destruction of a large part of Lebanon and human relocation, a goal that, we have to remember, somehow became more and more visible after 2019. So
that's a good point, actually. After Hamas, it's going to be Hezbollah, and then it's just going to be, you know, insert name here and next country, next country, next country. Absolutely insane. How does this not just look like a demolition that, like, you do before rebuilding? They're still drumming about Iran everywhere. Well, even look over here. We're supposed to believe that Iran, with the little resources that it does have for, like, clandestine operations overseas, would focus on a deli in Bondi. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Why would they care about social cohesion in Australia? It makes absolutely no sense. And what joint, like, intelligence did we get, and from whom? That would be interesting to ascertain that information.
After the Leviathan, so the natural gas field off the coast of Lebanon and Israel when it started to operate. And of course, this is also within a broader picture, something to take into account, because the Leviathan and all these economic related dynamics are part of the picture, also in front of Gaza, of course.
Yeah.
And in terms of Gaza, I mean, why have talks on a post-war Gaza when we are so far away from a ceasefire deal?
Yes, first of all, of course, when there is a political actor that creates a definition of combatant that is so inclusive that somehow everyone is considered a combatant, so in that sense, you can expect the outcome that we are seeing there. Then we're discussing about how the discrepancies that you are referring to. In many ways, we have to remember, first of all, that
Al Jazeera is a biased source, yeah, but there isn't an unbiased news source. If you'd like to point out an unbiased news source to me, please do, because I could probably tell you how it's biased. Everybody is incredibly tribal these days. Everyone's funded by Fox News. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Well, it started with a little skeleton man called Rupert Murdoch, and he came into the world in 1916. Yeah. Anyway, that's my point, right?
These massive demonstrations that are taking place, for instance, in Israel, are to a huge percentage focus on the hostages. And of course, this is understandable that there is a strong focus on that, but Palestinians are certainly not the priority, as they were not in 2022 when there were massive protests. So once again, also here in practical terms, we need to see that there is not such a real concrete attention for the local Palestinian population.
What is your sense of where Donald Trump is on this? Has he downgraded the importance of the Gaza war?
Yeah, guys, I am so sleepy. I think we'll go to bed in like 10 minutes. Oh, I better reword that. We might give the South Africans a heart attack if I say we'll be going to bed. Me, independently of anyone else in chat, will be going to bed. Contrary to popular belief, we're not all sleeping with each other, okay? God.
In terms of his agenda?
His agenda is broader, and the Trump administration is trying to strengthen and co-opt a number of regimes, so Arab regimes in the region. For instance, we often speak about Sudan. Sudan is part of this picture. They are not somehow detached one from the other one. We see the United Arab Emirates and the regime that is there, that is of course directly dependent on Washington. So once again, the agenda is to control this region, often through autocratic regime that can be moved, can be controlled, blackmailed, and so on. And of course, we see the same in the sense also in Egypt. So once again, the agenda, the Trump agenda in that sense, is about controlling the area, politically controlling the natural resources. This is now the real goal. And then, of course, behind that, there are a lot of rhetorics about helping these people and so on. So facilitating the expulsion of these people for their own good and these kind of narratives.
Okay, Lorenzo Camel, Professor of International History at the University of Turin. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Yeah, Hyperbovian, I would read that, except like I'm literally going cross-eyed. I think it's time for one more story, and then Panda has to go to bed by herself, okay? By herself.
To breaking news now, and the Iranian ambassador has arrived at Sydney Airport and is about to leave the country in the wake of revelations Iran directed attacks on Australian soil. The ambassador, the first to be expelled in 80 years, had a final message for Australia.
With enemies like these,
I love, Australian people.
Perhaps it's our friends we should watch.
The Iranian ambassador farewelling Australia, expelled for Tehran's involvement in at least 2 anti-Semitic arson attacks.
It's come out of terrorist-like attacks. What do you say to that?
I told you about that. I told you that these are all baseless allegations and lies, you know.
Denial from Iran, confusion from our most important ally over the mammoth AUKUS pact. Having dashed to Washington, Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles met Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and his defence counterpart Pete Hegseth. Although the Pentagon told Nine the Defence Secretary's exchange with Marles was not a meeting, but a happenstance encounter. An apparent slight leapt on by the federal opposition.
Was this a meeting with Secretary Hegseth, or just a photo opportunity? And was there an outcome beyond the photo?
The Pentagon itself has made clear that there was a meeting between myself and Secretary Hegseth.
The Pentagon releasing another statement, confirming it was a meeting, after all, that was coordinated in advance.
Yesterday was chaos in D.C. I think the relationship's strong. I just think there was... Don't read too much into the chaos that is the Pentagon and Washington right now.
Although there's no doubt the US wants Australia to increase its defence spending beyond the current 2% of GDP.
Whether it's Europe.
No, I had a good look, Delta. I couldn't find anything about that US senator at all. Like, I could find out stuff about him. I found out that he was in Australia. I saw social media posts by Outlet Albo, but it was only on social media. It was only on Instagram, it was only on Twitter, and it was only on Facebook. And I couldn't find out any reason as to why he was here, what was happening, yada, yada, yada. So, but why can't Australia donate some land to Palestine now? Or France or Germany? I am not the government of those countries, Aku, so I could not say, but the UN was going to put Israel in the middle of Australia. That was one of the sites that they were looking at. Saudi Arabia won't do it. I don't know. Well, in Tassie, yeah, let's put it in Tassie. There's heaps of room in Tassie. The thing is, like, you might look at Australia and go like, oh, there's so much land, right? But there's no water. Australia can't really sustain the people that we have now. We're in drought all the time. Yeah, we can donate land, but we can't donate water. We don't have water. That's the issue. Israel will donate the water purifications. Israel itself is it? Yeah, desalination in Australia was looked at many times. Desalination is something Australia's looked at many times, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for us. So we've already decided that desal is pretty much untenable for Australia. And people a lot smarter than me. I don't have an engineering degree. I'm a social worker, not my wheel park. But we have a lot of hot engineers in Australia, and I only listen to the hot ones. And I have heard hot people say that, so I trust it.
Our allies paying 5%. Now our allies in the Indo-Pacific stepping up to do the same. That's a recognition that American leadership is here.
If Anthony Albanese does secure a meeting with Donald Trump next month, it may only be if he commits to spending more on the military budget. Andrew Probyn, 9 News.
Nighty night. All right, guys, I'm so sorry. I cannot stay awake and I cannot concentrate on anything. But just to reiterate for anybody that might be... I'm going to bed alone with no one from chat, okay? Goodbye. See you next time. Bye. Boop.